Hello everybody and welcome to the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. We are at Matterley Basin, just outside the beautiful historic city of Winchester. That there is the Guildhall. It's more famous for its cathedral as well. Plenty of bars, restaurants, very quaint city. Looked nicer a couple of days ago when it was bathed in glorious sunshine. A mild day today, bit of cloud cover, and at least it's a little bit warmer as well. Yesterday, the wind that was blowing through here was bitterly cold despite the sunshine. That is a glorious shot right there. Day two here on the race weekend, the Motocross of Nations, the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. The racetrack freshly groomed as we prepare for our first race today on MXGP TV. The bLU cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale, the 125 class. We had the 65s and 85s yesterday. Next up, though, the 125 machines. They were first on the track yesterday for free practice and time practice. Not done anything since. They've just had 3 laps of warm-up. Now they're back in the waiting zone getting ready. The racetrack here is 1,880 metres long, just over a mile, 1.168 miles long. We're pretty much at sea level. It's hard pack underneath what is a pretty soft racetrack. We've had a lot of rain leading into the event, but fortunately we've had about 4 days of dry weather. That continues for now. But yeah, hard in places, loose in others, but there was a series of ruts yesterday making the track very, very challenging. So at least the 125 guys get the better run of the draw, if you like, but they are about to go out. There is the Monster Energy rig. Been absolutely packed down there. There was the Monster Riots yesterday. There'll be more today. And of course, there's been signings over there. Riders, their athletes have been over there as well. And chucking out various bits and bobs to the fans. But what a beautiful racetrack we have here. Don't be fooled by the grey clouds. It's okay, but it is chilly. You don't expect anything else though, do you? It's October. Let's take a look at how the riders line up then. And it was Jamie Keith, the Brit, who was fastest with a time of 2:03.6. Levi Townley, the 85cc junior world champion, son of Ben Townley, former MX2 world champion, the first MX2 world champion. He goes to line second on his first, well, not his first ride, he's done a couple of races in Australia. In fact, just came back from Australia this weekend to be here. Levi Townley goes to line second. Jacobs Kubelins, a 125 European Championship regular, ahead of Tyler Vanderpool, the DeBart's Yamaha man. Then we've got Juan Philippe Garcia, Chase Lawton of the USA, Oscar Luis Romberg of Germany, David Zaremba of Poland, Max Meyer, Emile de Beer of Belgium, and Oliver Bubb. 35 riders entered, but Jonathan Bergeron did not start the session for time practice. Jamie Keith, the Brit, had a good first race in Arnhem when we had a 125 European Championship there earlier this year. Had a crash at the start in the second one, was not able to finish, but showed his potential right there and then. There is Levi Townley, the 85cc junior world champion, just getting himself all psyched up. And the Kiwi looking to impress here this weekend. 724 of Jakob Kubelins of Latvia. What can he do this weekend? And it's a one-race final. These guys aiming to be inside the top 5. The top 3 obviously get selected, and then 2 others, as we look at Tyler Vanderpool, the DeBart's Yamaha rider. 2 others are also selected to go to a YZ Masterclass with the Yamaha Ambassadors riders, and it'll be interesting to see, and that will be later on in the year, in October, to select who will get that 125 European Championship ride with a team inside the paddock, JK Racing, I believe. But Townley on the inside gate, number 26. The drop-in start here, nice and dry, and then you see where the track is being ripped, so there'll be a slight change in how heavy the ground is. But Tyler Vanderpool still trying to get himself all warmed up. The Fly Racing 15-second board up for the only time this weekend for the YZ125 bLU cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale, 25 minutes plus 2 laps. Gates drop. Who will it be that grabs that all-important hole shot on a freshly prepped track? These are the guys, the only guys that have been out apart from the warm-up for the B final. Gates drop now. Townley over on the right-hand side, trying to sneak his way in, and it's Townley who leads, and we've got, oh! Big crash in the first turn, and that was horrible for the rider that went down there. And as we head through the first couple of corners, it's the 44, Oliver Bubb, that's got himself into the lead immediately. Kubelin's right there in second. Townley there in third. The 50 of Chase Lawton of the USA is next. And then we've got Zaremba and Garcia as they charge downhill. There were a lot of sticky ruts on the landing down here yesterday, and you can see already that it's sticky in the landing zone right there. But Townley there in third, already pushing. Triples his way up. He's to the left-hand side of Kubelin's. Kubelin's on the 724, the Latvian, and Townley goes through. He moves up in the second. Oliver Bubb then, your leader. As they swing. And Townley up the inside takes over the lead immediately. A little bit tentative around the inside though, but it's going to be the shortest route through, and he can drift across on the exit. Townley leads as we drop downhill. Bubb second, Kubelin's third. Jamie Keith though, he's going to be the dark horse, the 184. He is in fourth position, or he was. There he is, coming into land. And Kubelin's, did he just get passed by Bubb there? No. So Kubelin's still there in the white helmet. Then the 44 of Bubb. The 184 is next. He's in fourth place. Jamie Keith. Wave medical flags for that incident at turn one. So riders need to be seen to be backing off. Oh, good to see the rider picking himself up. But that was a horrible hit there. And Keith quickly responding here, moves himself up into third place on the 184, goes past Oliver Bubb. Kubelin's in his line of sight. We'll get a lap time next time around. Remember, 25 minutes plus 2 laps as Townley comes up a little bit short. Manages to keep it on two wheels. He continues to lead though. He had about a 2-second advantage over the Latvian. Keith trying to work his magic on the rider ahead of him, the 724, and Keith outside, inside, cuts back, jumps his way into the GoPro waves. Triple, double, double. Looks like they've built up that bank there on that transfer. You can't transfer it at the moment from inside to outside midway through that turn, that split section. Keith just struggling to find his way past Kubelin's at the moment. Then there's a gap to Oliver Bubb. Then the American, Chase Lawton on the 50, dropping in now. But it's Levi Townley who continues to lead, looking for the edge of that dirt. Back end didn't quite find it. Over the line for the first official complete lap then, from finish line to finish line. Townley is with the fastest lap, but his lead has been cut to 1.1 seconds back to Kubelin's, and Keith only 2.4 seconds further back in third place. Again, looking to make a wide sweep and then try to cut back nice and tight to the inside, but instead he rails the outside, chasing that bank, chasing the dirt. Here's Bubb in fourth position, then the 50 of Chase Lawton, and then alongside him, or just behind him, the 589 Van der Poel. He's just found his way past the number 17 of Juan Felipe Garcia. So he moves up in the sixth position. Lawton there, just out of sight. There's Van der Poel on the 589. The first time this bLU cRU SuperFinale has been opened up to international riders as well. So from the US, from Japan, from New Zealand, from Australia. The riders get here by virtue of their own national championship, being the best Yamaha place riders in that national championship at home, wherever they are. Lawton looking to find his way down the inside of Oliver Bob. But the Brit hanging firm on that 44. Remember, the first three were automatically going to the YZ Masterclass, the YZ Masterclass. Two other wildcards get selected as well. In the 65, the 85, and this 125 class. Battle for second continues here between Jacobs Kubelins and Jamie Keith. Townley trying to make a break for it. And Keith looking to go outside and inside. He gets squeezed though. A very stubborn Latvian ahead of him. Another fastest lap, but it's eclipsed immediately by Keith. Keith surely down the inside this time around. Not quite. Kubelins blocks him off as they drop into the final turn. Back onto the start straight. This is playing into the hands of Townley perfectly. He's got a 2.1 second advantage. This is what I thought Keith would do last time around. Instead, he went for the outside option. Doesn't work when he cuts to the inside either. But he goes long, dropping down into turn 3. Kubelins keeping him right there, though. Through the little waves. Goes around the outside, getting better drive. Jamie Keith cuts to the inside on the landing. Can't find his way through, though. Great effort, though, this from Levi Townley, who's leading the way. Just fresh out of the 85 division. Junior world champion this year at Heerde in the Netherlands. Van der Poel in 6, Garcia, Zaremba, De Bar and Romberg. They are your top 10. We've got a Japanese rider in there as well. The number 55 of Oi Takagi. Quiet crowd in here at the moment, though. Very loud yesterday. Keith gets alongside, finds his way into second place. And just on the hill there, Team GB's hospitality would have had a lot of noise there. The 184 goes past the 724 now. What can he do about Townley, who has a 2.5 second advantage? Oh, the American is down. Lawton out of 4th place. Trying to pick himself up. Oh, and he goes down again. That's on the long sweeping right-hand turn, just after where we saw the pass for second position. And Keith, he's got a handguard. Looks like it was hanging a little bit lower than normal on that left side. Anyway, let's take a look at Keith, finding his way past Kubelins. He's got better drive, stays nice and low, very low, soaking it up. The 184 into second position. And it was in that next long right-hander when Lawton found his way onto the ground, and then as soon as he picked himself up, he went down again. Lawton in 18th place. The battle for the lead then. 16 minutes plus 2 laps. Levi Townley from New Zealand leading the way, 2.3 seconds clear of Jamie Keith from GB. Great Britain riding a home nations here in this bLU cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale. He's done the hard work. He's found his way past Jacobs Kubelins. He's just set the fastest time in sector 1, half a second quicker than your race leader on the number 26. Right, let's take a look at the start from our drone then. There was some carnage on the outside. Fortunately, everybody eventually getting themselves up and out of that. But Levi Townley here with the perfect hole shot. Gate number 1 over on the left-hand side. Didn't get the best jump look, but he held a very, very tight line. There was carnage as we came together mid-pack around about now, look. And then watch this here. The rider down on the deck could not be avoided. He was stunned for a couple of laps, but fortunately he's okay. But it was Townley who grabbed the whole shot, and he continues to lead. The gap coming down, though, 2.1 seconds between Townley and Jamie Keith. Fans urging on. Keith. Gap back out to 2.7 seconds. All of a sudden, sector 3 for Keith. 32.6. Keith then 33.1. Oh! He surfed the front end. A nervous look over the shoulder there from Townley. How did he stay up? The front end kept on pushing. Somehow he stayed up on two wheels. Somehow he maintains a lead of 2.4 seconds. The 17 of Garcia taking a look over his shoulder as well. As he sees, as he's found his way past Bob, I think he may have done. Townley, Keith, Kubalint. DeBar is up to 6, Garcia down to 7, Zaremba down to 8. The gap coming back down though in favour of Jamie Keith as he closes in 2.069 seconds. The 17 there of Juan Felipe Garcia, 5th in time practice. Currently 7th in the race at the moment, just ahead of the 4:28 of David Zaremba of Poland. 52 of Emil DeBar. Heading up this trio of riders as he sits there in 6th place, having just found his way into that 6th position with a pass on the Spaniard. Lawton working his way back up. He's now been a 15th after he fell twice in the same turn. Got that misty haze all around this basin now, Matterley Basin. The rain is threatening. I think we'll be fine for a B final. We might even be fine for the First Nations main event. It's not going to do anything to dampen the spirits of the fans who've turned out once again in their many, many tens of thousands here this weekend. A lot of them probably nursing sore heads and hangovers at the moment after a night on the Terps. Townley still 2.3 seconds clear of Jamie Keith though. Keith was 3 seconds faster in the time practice session yesterday. He put his lap in early though on lap 3. Townley's lap came on lap 7. Meanwhile, the 4:28 of David Zaremba looking to find his way past Juan Felipe Garcia, and he does. He finds his way up the inside. That was a heavy landing though from the 17. That's what started that. He missed the landing zone, landed heavily, missed his braking zone, drifted wide, and Zaremba up the inside into 7th place. The gap still hovering around 2 seconds between Townley and Keith, but Keith was slightly quicker than the Kiwi last time around. 2:05.05 for your race leader, 2:04.87 for Jamie Keith. The top 3 going to the masterclass. Townley, Keith, Kubalint of Latvia. Van der Poel, Bob, hoping that they get selected as wildcards. Here is your race leader, Levi Townley. In the background, Jamie Keith. So the New Zealander leading the Brit. 11.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Keith been riding the 125 all year long. Townley just on it in racing terms only the last couple of weekends or so. Been riding it though since he returned to New Zealand after his Junior World Championship success. Does he have the fitness to outlast Townley? Does he have the fitness to outlast Keith? Is that gap coming down? It did sneak out to 2.4 seconds a short while ago. Townley heading uphill. Keith here in second. Had to put in some hard laps early on. Lap 6 in the books, a 2:05.7, a 2:05.3 for Keith. 1.9 seconds the gap. He will see that gap is coming down just a little bit here and there. Which way is this going to go? They're 11 seconds clear of Kubalint in third. We are going to get a two-rider shootout in the remaining 10 minutes plus 2. Oh, I tell you what, Keith is closing as well. He chucked it into that turn at the bottom of the hill, turn 3, and he can see Townley coming towards him now. He's definitely got a lick on here. Was there a mistake from Townley? A 32.1 at the first split, 31.4 for Keith. when you get this close, that just gives you that little bit of extra impetus, doesn't it? Just to latch on. We need to see a response from Townley, as he's hounded now by Keith. One of the UK's brightest talents at the moment, Jamie Keith. Misty haze as the light drizzle moves across the basin here. We've only had the warm-up session from the B final riders, who are going to be live on air at 10:50 local time. 9:36 in about 4 seconds time here. And then we had the 3 laps of warm-up from these guys. And now we are 9 minutes away, plus 2 laps from the conclusion of this race. You see already how the track is just starting to develop ruts in places and a little bit firmer in others. Gap still just hovering around about 1.5 seconds, but you don't need me to tell you that. You can see it right here. You can almost throw a blanket over the two of them as we approach traffic. And Levi Townley, the guinea pig now, as he decides, well, do I go left, do I go right, do I even get held up? And he did get held up through the final turn there. He gets alongside the back marker here, who looks across, sees the leaders coming through. The gap less than a second. The number 33, unaware that the leaders are coming around, takes Townley wide. 33 there of Jaden Anderson, the Brit. The frantic schoolboy dads waving them on as they go down past pit lane. Again, more traffic here. Townley probably wanted to go outside, but there was a slower rider there. He's coming under pressure now from Keith. Keith is having to dig very, very deep just to get on the rear wheel of the Kiwi. He's forced wide there. Might have worked out better for him, actually. The 184. What a race this is. He was thinking about doing the quad when I spoke to him yesterday briefly, Levi Townley, but even the pro guys not really considering it, not because it's not possible. It was jumped all day, every day, almost every lap, wasn't it? When we had the longest sweeping right-hand turn. Here's Kuberlins, he's in third, but he's got about 6 seconds over Van der Poel at the moment. So Kuberlins over on the right-hand side, a lonely ride for him in third position at the moment. Levi Townley reacting well to the pressure, though. Got it out to about 1.4 seconds. It was 0.8 as they hit the line at the end of the lap. We're working our way towards the end of lap 8. Keith urged on by the home fans. Tripling uphill once more. Eight laps in the books. Last lap was a 2:06.1 for Townley. He's got it back down to a 2:05.2 compared to the 2:05.9 of Keith. The gap 1.6 seconds now. Just had that one moment, didn't he? Takes a long look over the shoulder. Still trying to shake off the Brit. Oh, absolutely perfect conditions here at the basin. Traffic, though, for Townley to deal with. He goes outside, cuts back to the inside, and Keith is going to get held up here, maybe, if he's not careful. Well, he's going to go the outside anyway, as he has done, and that works again for him, and we may see a pass here. Townley's going to have to be reactive, and he is. Keith, right on his rear wheel now, the closest he's been all race. The drizzle on the lens of the roll-off of Keith. Can he respond again, Levi Townley, as they drop through the valley? Fantastic racing here, back into the GoPro waves. Again, sneaking the advantage, Levi Townley. 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Whoever wins this thoroughly deserves it. Good awareness there from the 4:25 of Benjamin Martinsson of Sweden, just to be aware of the blue flags as the leaders come through. Townley responding once more. Oh, he comes up short. Again on the landing, does a 26, then runs it wide, and Keith is back in with a chance once more. All of a sudden, two bad corners for your race leader. Two great ones, and a nervous look over the shoulder from the Kiwi once more. Half a second in it as they reach the end of lap 9. 2 or 3 times Keith has got close and then made mistakes and just fallen 1.5 seconds back or thereabouts, but this time he's coming in hot through the first turn. Oh, laying everything on the line. Townley can see him, he can hear him, and Keith forcing it down the inside. Keith leads on lap 10. Townley needs to respond now if he can. And that came really from the 2 little mistakes in the final 2 corners. Oh, and they both get held up as they beat up the back markers on the way through. Proper honey badgers, both of them. Three and a half minutes plus 2 to go. Will Keith be able to pull clear? Can Townley do anything about him? Keith has just set the fastest time in sector 1 by a full second. Oh, is that... Yeah, Van der Poel. Watch here, look. There was the mistake there. He's locked onto him again, though, isn't he? All of a sudden, Keith riding defensive. Townley on the offensive.
Here we go. Hold your breath.
2.5 minutes plus 2 to go. Hasn't broken free. Jamie Keith, who now looks over the shoulder himself to see if he's broken the resolve of the young Kiwi. Oh, he comes up short. He then forces himself wide. It's almost like what happened a lap ago, only the roles are reversed this time around. The second in it, 207.6, 209.3, Keith and Townley over the course of that last lap, but they're still separated by not a lot. Wringing every ounce of power out of these little 125 Yamahas. A lap ago. Here's how the lead changed hands. Oh, Keith almost out the front door. But this lap ago, he got better drive around the outside. Townley knew he was there, couldn't do anything about it. Thought he'd covered his bases down the inside here, but Keith just sailed down the inside here and controlled that inside line. Still nothing in it between them as they drop. Oh, I tell you what, that was a hard hit for that back marker there. Came up short, got cross-rutted. Violent crash for the back marker. Keith, though, still nervous at the head of the field. Doesn't know if he's going to get attacked one way or the other, left or right. By now, the lappers know they're expecting blue flags. This one here stays right out of the way. That one might have been Alejandro Torres. Oh, you know what? Is the 2-lap board going to go out this time around? Is it going to take 23 seconds to get from here to the Monster Energy finish line jump? Townley's had a couple of laps to sit behind Keith. Keith has not put the distance between him and the Kiwi that he expected or hoped to do at least. And Townley goes 2-1 on the triple. Oh, you know what? It's going to be 2 laps to go, surely. 3 laps to go. The 2-lap board stays in. How tight? How tight do you want it? We have 3 more laps. I think the board stayed in, didn't it? Well, apparently, the 2-lap board going out then. The gap, 1.5 seconds. He was almost out the front door here a lap ago. Jamie Keith, as we cut to the replay of him making the pass. Just saw the body language stretching as the back end started to ride high. Fortunately, not a big jump, but able to get the wheels on the ground nice and early. Nicolene Sorensen, the rider that fell here a lap ago. Watch this, he dragged his foot pegs, that's why. Look how hard he hits the ground. He is okay though. The Marshall almost wasn't. Right, Keith continues to lead. Townley dogging him. Two still separated by about a second. A mistake will decide this one, surely. One way or the other.
Is in second.
Oh, tell you what, any shorter. Fortunately, it was a camber, and he had that high bank to the outside there. Levi Townley has cost him a little bit of time, though. Going to have to go to the groundworks and dig a little bit deeper. This is the biggest lead Keith has had since taking over the #1 spot. Was 1.2 at the last split. Into the final lap. The gap still hovering at 1.2. Townley, though, was 2 or 3 tenths quicker that time around. It's now or never between these two, Keith and Townley. Just a little wide there and hesitant on the exit. You saw Keith pulling clear. Chasing the dirt as well as he goes through. Nothing in it between these two. Levi all over the back of Jamie as they charge downhill. Is there one last throw of the dice? Nothing in, not even a bite length in it as they hit that turn at the top of the hill. Keith now a little bit on the ropes here, nervous, second guessing. Where is the attack coming from? They're almost side by side as they jump into the GoPro waves. There's traffic ahead as well. Townley not able. Oh, he gets to the inside. He's going to have to go the long way round here, is he? No. Fans on their feet for Jamie Keith. How many opportunities in the next handful of corners will there be to make a pass? Is it going to be a photo finish on the line between these two? Keith thinks he's done enough at the moment. Townley thinks there's still room to find a way through. He's going to have to throw everything on the table. One more uphill climb. Is there a move down the inside? Not quite. They are side by side. Oh, they tag wheels. Keith stays up. Keith is going to win, surely. Brave effort that from Townley, but in the end, it's going to be Jamie Keith who rounds out the final turn. Keith wins here at the Basin. Townley second, half a second in it as they hit the line. What a fantastic race we had there. The YZ125 cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale. Jamie Keith, your winner. Levi Townley second. Chris Warren there, the Chief Marshal, just calling the riders in. Watch how close it was here. Yeah, Keith just got across him, didn't he? Chopped the nose off of him, prevented the attack coming up the hill. Keith celebrating though. But we saw Chris Warren, the FIM Chief Marshal, just pulling the riders off the track there. It's going to be his last race as an FIM official this weekend. Many, many years of service he's given to the ACU, the British Federation, the FIM as well. And it'll be sad to see Chris Warren leaving us after this race here. He lives a stone's throw away from here down the road. Thank you, Chris Warren, for everything you've done for us at the FIM and in MXGP. Jamie Keith wins it, Townley second, Kubelin's 42.5 seconds off the leaders as they hit the line. Anyway, Lisa Leyland is down there with Jamie Keith. What a race. Had us all on the edge of our seats. But it's a Brit who wins at home.
Jamie Keith, Mathis, congratulations. What a race on home soil. Some really close racing, battling there with Townley. You got there in the end. You go through to the masterclass. Some motions here now.
I can't believe it, genuinely. I mean, I got off to it wasn't a bad start, but it could have been better. And then I just picked him off one lap by lap, lap by lap. And then I seen Townley, he was a tough competitor. He was not moving for anyone, so I had to use my head a bit. I took a little bit of time, got my head round where I thought I could pass him. Set the pass up and it worked. So yeah, I'm just absolutely over the moon. I can't speak right now.
Great job, thank you.
Don't forget Team GB merch up there.
Giving the race results in as we have them. Fantastic win for Jamie Keith, but what a fantastic battle between him and Levi Townley. Jacobs Kubelins, sorry, comes home in third place. Maybe he had kebabs last night, I don't know. But Emile Debar goes to finishes fourth ahead of Oliver Bubb, and then we had the 38 of Oscar Romberg. Then we had Darren Zamemba and the Spanish rider Juan Felipe Garcia. Then we had Ryan Stamper, and then the American Chase Lawton, who fell down to about 19th, got himself back to 10th. Then the Japanese rider Takagi. Then we had Armandi, Summerlee, Torres, Blanc, Bergeron from Canada. Proper international field this weekend. Then Friesengaard, Rossi, Martinson, and Amar. Everybody scores a point. They go for the Olympic scoring system here this weekend. Not a bad race to get us out of bed this morning, was it? Jeez. Got a B final coming up soon as well, 10:50 local time. That's when we are on air. Gates drop at 11. So there'll be a couple of pre-grid interviews in there with the girl in the know, Lisa Leyland. But we'll get a podium ceremony first of all, though. We'll get that done and dusted. The top three. There'll be a national anthem, then there'll be the medals. First, second and third. We'll be off air. We'll be back at 10:50. Local time. The time here now 9:53, so just under an hour from now this place will be packed, and the rear ends will be twitching, put it that way, because only one space up for grabs from that B final. All three riders from each team that didn't make the cut yesterday, they will be lining up, and the same rules apply. 2 results from the 3 riders, and the lowest score will get them through to the main event. Jason Thomas from Fly Racing will be alongside me to call that one later on, and we'll build all that up for you. But podium time here then, and just as they finished in the time practice session,
Super final, and what a super final it was here.
the YZ bLU cRU 125 FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale here at Matchley Basin. Third overall, Jacobs Kubelins of Latvia. He tried to go with the top 2, but just ran out of steam, and he was 42 seconds off the top guys in the end. But Kubelins will take his position on the podium, third overall this weekend. He probably came in thinking, you know what, got a chance of winning this. Gets on the podium though. Second overall, Levi Townley. Needs a step ladder to get on the second step of the podium there, but his dad rode here, I think, for Team New Zealand back in 2006, the first time we were here, so great to see Townley coming through. The Kiwi, second overall this weekend, but the Brit, Jamie Keith, winning, and it's a popular victory here, of course. See Rick Elsinger in the background there, the Yamaha rider from Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2, a Yamaha bLU cRU ambassador this weekend. Getting ready to hand out the awards. And Nelly Fransson of Sweden, the top girl rider in the class this weekend. Rick Elsinger handing out the third place trophy to Jakub Kubelins of Latvia.
Second place trophy presented by Paolo Pavesio.
So Paolo Pavesio
Motorsport Division Manager.
handing the second place trophy. Paolo Pavesio, of course, the Yamaha Motor Europe Motorsport Division Manager. Congratulating everybody up there for the efforts they've done, but hands a second place plate to Levi Townley from New Zealand.
But the Yamaha Motor Europe President and CEO, Olivier Prevost, presents the trophy to our winner, Jamie
Olivier
Keith.
Prevost, Yamaha Motor Europe President and CEO, handing the winner's plate to Jamie Keith. Your bLU cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale winner here in the 125 division at Matterley Basin. And Nancy van der Ven, FIM Women's Motocross World Champion from the Netherlands in 2022. Very much a part of this bLU cRU program, and a Yamaha ambassador, handing the winner's plate, or the best female plate, to Nelly Frentzen. Jamie Keith wins the 125 class here at the bLU cRU FIM Europe Cup SuperFinale here at Matterley Basin, the 77th edition of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. Levi Townley second, Jakub Kubelins third. They'll get their European Championship medals this weekend, and they'll get them on the podium any moment now. Just a bit of a rejig down there, just to get them off the box and just closer to the edge of the platform. And Mr. Andrea Barbieri will be on hand to deliver those medals to our top three overall this weekend.
The FIM Europe Motocross Commission Chairman. Bronze medal goes to Jakub Kubelins.
Third overall, Jakub Kubelins of Latvia. Second overall and a silver medal for Levi Townley from New Zealand.
But the gold medal for the bLU cRU 125 SuperFinale goes to Jamie Keith.
Jamie Keith, though, with a gold medal for his efforts here. And what an effort it was as well. Had to do everything to find his way past the very stubborn, very resistant Levi Townley. Just one of those two little mistakes in consecutive corners when he came up short. If that would have changed anything. But all our dignitaries up there for the family photo with the top three. Then there'll be a photo with just the winner. We are going to take a break. We will be back at 10:50 local time, 52 minutes from now, for the B final. What a race that's going to be. You will not want to miss it. It's the same as always here. Jason Thomas will join me, Paul Malin, for that. Hope you can join us too. I'm sure you will. We'll see you shortly. Bye for now.